Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, watch the slant.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's it. Big hit.
Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Bears take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 12 yards there and a 1st down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
and they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to do.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Bilal Nichols just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go one more.
On the give, running right is Howard. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Eddie Goldman busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Here we go. Hey, orbit. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check, check.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll run it with Sproles. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
They come out here in the eye.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I got one. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Hey, Lou. Kill. Turn up.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go. 120. Watch the back. You go tight. You got tight right there. Switch. 5-7. 10.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Five. Mike 59. Check 59. Mike is 59.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
Touchdown, Eagles.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium to wrap up this first weekend in November. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Let's go.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, Bears.
First down, here's White. And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now it's Trubisky.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Game situation. Let's go. Alert.
Trubisky will throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. On third down, a run with Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just get pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Eddie Goldman able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On second down now, it's Howard. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
44 is Mike. Check. Hey, wahoo! 44.
To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right, number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Throwing here, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Bravo!
Again, it's Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got it first and goal at the 6. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point up and through. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Colts have opened it up a bit, leading by 2 scores. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Wentz now to throw. This is caught by Jackson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... That's caught inside the 20. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And the kick by Elliott is good. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, Will. Here we go, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Hey, here we go. Here we go, 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Good. I want to work. Here we go, 37's the Mike. Hey, let's go. Here we go, 37's the Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one. and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Second down.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, it's White. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Kill, kill, kill.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Here's Trubisky. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
On play action, it's Wentz. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. 180. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Stay at home. Stay at home.
Lefty, lefty.
44's the mic. 44's the mic.
Working from the gun. Wentz gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
You want this.
50
Small.
in your house.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. That'll bring up second down.
Good. 180. Alert.
Hit your game up. 51, Mike. Mike,
Hey, Foxtrot.
55.
Now Trubisky to throw. And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles and they've changed plays when they see certain sets? A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure. And boy, did it pay off in this case.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Silver.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard, and he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let him know.
Wentz going to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
To throw, it's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A give to Howard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Check back.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go, D. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. 81. See me in your nightmares.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Lynch. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Trubisky on first down. That's complete right side to Gabriel. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
You got it. You got it. You got it. Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
18. Hey, Charlie. 80 weapons.
Now it's Trubisky. And that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Check. Hey, 18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Finding Gabriel complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
First down, Bears.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
On 2nd down. It's Cohen, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Bears on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, wahoo! There we go, 37 to Mike. Mike 37.
to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, I think they knew that that one was going to be a long shot, but in the end, it's looking like they're going to come up short.
And it's tough to really hang too much blame on your kicker here either. That would have been well above and beyond his range, and this will go down as a tough loss. They played well enough to win.
Running with Howard. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Wentz to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The Eagles on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just the week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Philadelphia, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.